I'm Olive Dickason. So the question arises, what is history? And the answer, of course, is that history is how we view ourselves in relation to ourselves, our own persons, in relation to our communities, in relation to our country, in relation to the cosmos.
Meet Olive Dickason, renowned journalist, Aboriginal historian, single parent, grandparent, and author. As a middle-class girl growing up poor during the Depression, she had no idea she would come to change the face of Canadian history. But she did. Her books, huge and encyclopedic in their scope, are Canadian bestsellers, and they're changing the way Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal people view their history and their country. Born Olive Williamson in Winnipeg, Manitoba in 1920, she was the eldest daughter of a British-born accountant, Frank Leonard Williamson, and Phoebe Philomena Cote, descendant of François Cote, who came to Canada from France in 1634 to settle in the West with his Aboriginal bride. Olive would spend much of her life only vaguely aware of her Métis heritage.
Luck is the best thing you can have in life. Better than brains, better than anything. Have luck. Because up in the woods, living in the woods, there had been a remittance man, Bob Hamilton, who had once been a government official in Scotland and had brought with him an extensive classical library and subscribed to the London Times, the London Observer. And so he would spend hours with us, and I was reading Marx and Plato. He was a classical scholar. So though I only had grade 10 education, I could discuss the Greek philosophers, what Marx thought on certain subjects, and I just was extremely well informed due to the Scottish refugees' influence.
World War II broke out in Europe. Olive, then 19, went south and found a job going door to door selling magazine subscriptions. But her talent for turning difficult situations into opportunities would bring her to another life-changing meeting, this time with a priest in Wilcox, Saskatchewan, a man known for helping poor kids get a university education.
In southern Saskatchewan, there I began hearing about this incredible priest, Athol Murray, who was the most spiritual man I have ever known, ever encountered it, a remarkable person. But he was a maverick. And in those days, southern Saskatchewan were the boondocks between the Depression and the drought. It was in a very bad way. The kids just couldn't go to school because they had nothing to wear. And so Pear took one look at this situation and harumphed away and said, something has to be done about it.
By the time that Olive appeared, Father Athol Murray, or Pear as he became known, was a local hero who had pulled together a boxcar college where local boys could reside and study in converted railway cars. As more money became available, so did buildings. He was soon able to open his school to girls as well. Notre Dame College, through its affiliation with the University of Ottawa, granted Olive her first degree in 1943. Then followed a marriage, 3 children, a divorce, and a career in journalism at the Regina Leader-Post, the Winnipeg Free Press, the Montreal Gazette, and the Globe and Mail. And always there was great financial struggle. But after all this, Olive once again needed to reinvent herself. Without so much as a glance at the fact that she was now in her late 40s, and at a time when most people would hold on to their security, Olive decided to cash in her meager pension fund at the Globe and Mail, pay off her debts, and start over. With Father Murray's blessing and backing, she moved to Ottawa, where she began attending night classes at the University of Ottawa, while working during the days as Public Relations Director for the National Gallery of Canada. Olive herself only discovered her Aboriginal roots as a young adult when she went out west to visit her mother's side of the family for the first time. From then on, as a journalist and as an editor, she explored Aboriginal issues wherever she could. But none of it would prepare her for how the subject of Aboriginal history was viewed in the academic world.
I went back into the university and I was absolutely shocked when I got into the classroom and heard these professors talking about the savages who were, and all the good things that the Europeans brought them, and you know, that these people were locked in time, they hadn't progressed, and on and on. So I realized then I would just simply have to put my efforts where my mouth was and get into it.